Have you ever wondered if your divine masculine is awakening? What signs should you look for to know if union is truly on the horizon? The journey of understanding twin flames can be complex and filled with questions, leaving many unsure about the true nature of this profound connection. In this video, we're diving into 3 significant signs that your divine masculine is awakening or is on the verge of awakening. Many in the twin flame community believe that union becomes possible once the divine masculine awakens. But is this truly how it works? And if it is, what are the signs that indicate this shift? By watching this video, you'll gain clarity on these essential questions and insights into the true process behind divine masculine awakening. I'll guide you through the signs that signal this transformation and discuss whether it aligns with the core principles of the twin flame journey. Plus, I'll share practical tips on how you can influence this awakening process from a place of authenticity and inner alignment. If you're ready to deepen your understanding of your twin flame journey and recognize the changes that signal true progress, stay tuned. And before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more insights on your spiritual path. Your support helps us continue to bring valuable content that nurtures your growth and connection. Let's embark on this enlightening journey together. To start, it's essential to remember that you and your twin flame share the same soul. This understanding forms the foundation of the twin flame journey. The signs that indicate an awakening may seem subtle at first, but they carry profound significance when viewed through the lens of spiritual connection. The first sign is one that many recognize. They unblock you or begin appearing in your life again. You might see them around town or notice their presence online. Even if they live far away, perhaps in another state or across the globe, you may observe them re-entering your digital space, commenting on mutual friends' posts, or even appearing as a suggested friend on social media after previously blocking you. These subtle shifts signify a melting of the ice, an opening in their previously resistant stance. It is as if the universe is working to bridge the gap between you two, allowing contact or a shared space to re-emerge. Even if they don't directly reach out to you, the fact that they unblock you or take some visible action signals a step forward. A deeper understanding of these signs shows that they indicate an energetic change. When you notice them in places where you never expected, such as passing by in the grocery store or spotting them at an airport despite being from different parts of the country, these events are not coincidences. They are the universe's subtle nods, showing that alignment is happening. Such occurrences create a sense of forward motion in the physical realm, even if communication hasn't yet resumed in full. The second sign is one that reflects your inner journey. You realize that you haven't thought about them in ages. Remember the period of obsessive thinking. It's almost unforgettable, the mind racing uncontrollably, consumed by thoughts of them to the point of exhaustion. You couldn't sleep because your thoughts about them were so relentless, moving at what felt like 1,000,000,000 miles an hour. But suddenly, you find that the intensity has vanished. Perhaps you wake up one morning and realize, with a bit of surprise, that you didn't think about them the previous day or even the last week. This mental quietness is a strong indicator that you have shifted your focus inward, moving toward self-alignment and ascension. This leads to the third sign. Your attention has shifted to your personal ascension and growth. You are no longer preoccupied with them, and this internal redirection is powerful. It's ironic, yet true, that when you stop focusing on them and instead nurture your own journey, their energy begins to shift too. The divine masculine starts to awaken, not because you're trying to make it happen, but because you're embracing your higher consciousness. This is why they may start warming up to you without any apparent trigger. The energetic push-pull dynamic begins to balance when your focus shifts away from them. Understanding why this happens requires looking deeper into the nature of twin flames. At a basic level, you are composed of body, mind, and soul. While the soul is a singular entity that you share with your twin flame, the mind operates in duality, much like the yin and yang. This means that at the level of the mind, there is a natural polarity between you and your twin flame. This polarization creates a push-pull effect. The more you mentally focus on them, the more they energetically pull away. This is why you experience the so-called runner and chaser dynamic. When you engage in obsessive thinking or try various techniques with the intention of bringing them back, it energetically pushes them further away. To illustrate this, think of the relationship between a photograph and its negative. A printed photograph represents the positive image, while the film negative is its reverse. Both hold the same essence, the same image, but in opposite forms. In this analogy, the photograph is like your soul, unified, complete. The negative is the mind's version, highlighting the inherent duality. When you engage with your twin flame through the mental and emotional layers, this duality causes them to react in an opposite manner. So, what shifts when you stop the mental focus and obsessive energy? The forward motion begins. This is why you might see them unblock you, contact you, or physically appear around you. The mind, or the astral body, includes thoughts, emotions, and metaphysical energy, which all play a role in this push-pull dynamic. By removing the mental focus, you create space for a natural energetic flow. Another common pitfall is attempting to heal for the purpose of rekindling the connection. This can involve inner child work, past life clearing, or sending healing energy with the sole intention of influencing your twin flame. While these practices are positive on their own, when done with the ulterior motive of getting your twin flame back, they still direct energy outward and reinforce the mind's external focus. Your twin flame is not a separate soul. They are you in another body. With soulmates, such practices might yield results because they are different souls. But with your twin flame, who is the exact same soul, these efforts only perpetuate the cycle of separation. To understand this better, remember that the mind operates in duality. It categorizes experiences as good or bad, past or future, pushing or pulling. It externalizes everything, including the soul itself. You might hear people say, "The soul brings you experiences so you can learn and grow," implying that the soul is separate from the self. But in truth, you are the soul. The mind's nature is to create a subject-object relationship where none exists. This is why twin flame teachings often speak of transcending the ego and mind. Albert Einstein referred to this concept as relativity, describing the mind's dualistic nature. The ego views your twin flame as an external person, reinforcing the idea of separation. But the soul is non-dual. It is pure consciousness. When you operate from the soul's perspective, there is no separation. The mind might scream that they are another person, causing projections of anger or longing. Yet, when you shift your awareness and remember that they are you, another expression of the same soul, the need for external validation fades. This brings us back to the question of whether the divine masculine awakens. The answer is both yes and no, depending on your perspective. If you view the situation from a dualistic standpoint, it appears that they are a separate person who must awaken independently. However, if you look at it from the soul's perspective, the awakening is happening within you. Since your twin flame shares your soul, any shift in your consciousness affects them. This is the paradox of the twin flame journey. As you awaken, so do they, but not in the way you might expect. Your twin flame may not suddenly become conscious of the connection or the spiritual implications of it. They might not say, "Oh, I understand that we're twin flames now." Instead, they are drawn to you without knowing why. This was my experience, and it's the experience of many of my students. My twin flame, now in union with me, does not fully acknowledge the twin flame concept, but simply feels the pull to be around me. This illustrates that the soul's awakening does not always translate to conscious understanding in the way the mind expects. When you truly embody your ascension and live from the space of your soul, your twin flame naturally responds. They may come back and express love without understanding why. They may not even use the term twin flame, but their actions will show that they are drawn to you. This is not because you focused on them, but because you let go of the focus and returned to your true self. Many people search for validation from their twin flame, wanting them to recognize the connection or admit to shared experiences. However, the soul's nature is not about seeking validation, it simply is. In that state of isness, your divine masculine awakens, not as a separate act, but as an extension of your own consciousness expanding. The true magic of this journey lies in the realization that you are already complete, already one. And as you step into this understanding, everything else falls into place. When you reach the point where you no longer seek external validation and understand that your soul is whole and unified, you embody true inner peace. This realization changes the dynamic between you and your twin flame profoundly. They may return or show up in your life not because you did something to make it happen, but because the energy has shifted naturally. You see, when you detach from the need to control the outcome or look for signs of their awakening, you move into a state of allowing. This state of allowing is where transformation begins to unfold. Many people ask, does my divine masculine know we are twin flames? Do they understand the significance of this connection? The reality is that they might not consciously grasp it. They may not say, I now realize we are twin flames, and I understand what that means. Instead, they may simply feel an unexplainable draw to you, an inner pull that keeps bringing them back without them being fully aware of why. This pull is the soul's way of aligning and reconnecting on a deeper level. The journey can be confusing, especially when viewed from the mind's perspective. The mind wants explanations, reasons, and logical steps, but the twin flame path doesn't conform to that kind of linear thinking. The soul operates beyond the realm of the mind. This is why, when your focus shifts from trying to make them recognize the connection to embracing your inner growth, the results are so profound. Your divine masculine starts to mirror your inner transformation. They begin to respond to the energy without consciously understanding it. This is where the concept of dichotomy comes into play, as mentioned earlier. Dichotomy is the mark of spiritual truth. It's the simultaneous existence of seemingly contradictory realities. On one hand, there is the idea of you as a singular conscious being, and on the other hand, there is the dual nature of the mind and body. Both are true, and both coexist. In the context of twin flames, this means that while you may see your divine masculine as an individual who must awaken, at the soul level, they are not separate from you. They are you. This is why the answer to whether they awaken is both yes and no. When you begin to live from this place of unity, the paradox of the twin flame journey becomes clearer. Your actions shift from trying to control or push the connection to simply being in a state of peace. The more you focus on your inner world and embody your true self, the more your divine masculine responds to that energy. This response may be subtle at first, but it grows over time as the connection strengthens. It's essential to understand that this process is not about manipulating or using techniques to get them back. Instead, it's about aligning with your highest self and letting the natural connection unfold. The most significant realization you can have on this journey is that your twin flame's awakening is linked to your own. The soul doesn't operate on timelines or conditions. It simply exists in a state of oneness. When you embody this, you experience a shift, not just in your twin flame dynamic, but in all areas of your life. You become more grounded, peaceful, and less reactive. You start to see that the journey was never about getting your twin flame to do something. It was about remembering who you truly are. To deepen your connection with your journey and reflect on the insights shared, take a moment to comment on the word unity below this video. By doing so, you acknowledge and embody the powerful realization that peace and transformation stem from living in a state of unity. This simple act serves as a reminder that the twin flame journey isn't about external control, but about embracing and nurturing your inner self. Have you experienced any shifts or moments of clarity when living from this place of unity and alignment? We'd love for you to share your thoughts and stories with us in the comments. Your experiences could inspire and support others on their journey as well. People often mistake the twin flame journey for a romantic quest or a means to find fulfillment in another person. But the deeper purpose is spiritual awakening. When you awaken to the truth of who you are, your energy changes. You no longer project your desires, fears, or expectations onto your twin flame. Instead, you hold space for unconditional love that does not seek or demand, but simply is. This is the essence of unity consciousness. Your twin flame, being the same soul as you, senses this shift even if they don't intellectually understand it. They may feel drawn to you without being able to articulate why. This is why their behavior may seem inconsistent. One moment, they might express interest, and the next, they could withdraw. It's not that they are playing games, it's that their energy is responding to the subtle shifts in yours. The more you embody your higher self and focus on your own ascension, the more stable their presence becomes. Remember, the mind thrives on external validation and looks for evidence of change. But the soul knows that true change comes from within. When you focus on your journey, your growth, and your peace, you let go of the need for signs, confirmations, or acknowledgement from your twin flame. Ironically, it's in this state of letting go that your divine masculine is most likely to awaken and move toward union. This is the paradox. By releasing your focus on them and turning inward, you create the space for them to come forward. Many twin flame teachings in popular culture emphasize strategies, timelines, and conditions for union, but these are often rooted in the mind's desire for control. The truth is that union is not something you can force. It is something you align with. It happens naturally when you embody who you truly are. This is why, even if your divine masculine doesn't use the words twin flame or consciously recognize the connection, their soul does. They are drawn to the energy of your higher self, which is also their higher self. Understanding this concept can be life-changing. It allows you to shift your focus from seeking answers outside yourself to finding them within. You start to see that the journey is about your evolution as a soul. Your divine masculine's awakening is simply a reflection of that. It's not about making them aware in the way you want or expect, but understanding that their journey is intertwined with yours at the deepest level. As you continue to grow and align with your true self, the dynamics between you and your twin flame will shift. They may not understand why they feel compelled to reach out, spend time with you, or be around you, but they will. This is because at the level of the soul, there is no separation. What you do for yourself, you do for them. The journey then becomes less about achieving a goal and more about embodying love, peace, and unity within yourself. In conclusion, the twin flame journey is a profound path that goes beyond the traditional notions of romantic fulfillment and external validation. It challenges you to transcend the mind's relentless need for control, answers, and tangible signs, guiding you instead to a deeper space within yourself. This path teaches that true union is not about manipulating outcomes or forcing your divine masculine to awaken. Rather, it is about embracing your own ascension and nurturing your inner transformation. As you move from seeking validation outside to recognizing that you are already whole and complete, a significant shift occurs. This shift changes not only your perspective but also the energetic dynamic between you and your twin flame. The realization that your twin flame shares the same soul as you deepens the understanding that their awakening is intricately linked to yours. This awareness fosters a new level of peace and acceptance. It is in the act of letting go, of releasing the need for them to respond in a particular way, or acknowledge the connection in the terms your mind desires, that true transformation happens. The paradox of the journey becomes clear. By turning inward, focusing on your growth, and embodying unconditional love, you create a space where your divine masculine can feel the energetic shift and respond to it, even if they do so without conscious understanding. This journey is about remembering that the soul operates in unity, beyond the duality that the mind clings to. When you understand this, the concepts of runner and chaser lose their hold on you. You begin to see the truth that there is no true separation between you and your twin flame. Any perceived distance is simply an illusion created by the ego. As you embody this understanding, the need for external signs or validation dissolves, replaced by an inner knowing that everything is already as it should be. The deeper purpose of the twin flame path is spiritual awakening and alignment with your highest self. It asks you to move past superficial desires and embrace a journey that prioritizes peace, self-awareness, and unconditional love. Your twin flame's behavior, whether they draw near or seem distant, ceases to be the focal point. Instead, it becomes a reflection of your own inner state. The beauty of this journey lies in the realization that your growth, healing, and ascension are what inspire their awakening. It may not manifest in the ways you expect or align with conventional narratives, but it unfolds in perfect harmony with the deeper truth of your shared soul. As you continue to walk this path, remember that the journey is not linear and does not conform to a set timeline. Your divine masculine's awakening is not an event that you must make happen. It is an organic process that mirrors your own evolution. The more you embody who you truly are and align with your soul's essence, the more the connection shifts naturally. The desire to control outcomes fades, replaced by the peace of knowing that the true union starts within you. In this state, you find that the love you seek has always been present, rooted in the unity of your shared soul and the boundless nature of consciousness itself. Ultimately, the twin flame journey is about discovering that you are already whole, already one with your divine counterpart, and that the real magic lies in awakening to this truth. Through this awakening, not only do you foster a deeper connection with your twin flame, but you also align with the divine purpose of your soul's path, embracing a life filled with love, peace, and profound spiritual fulfillment. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey and for spending your valuable time here today. Your presence and support truly mean the world to me. If you found value in this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more like-minded souls who are on their own paths of discovery. I'm excited to continue sharing more insights, guidance, and inspiration with you in future videos. Stay tuned because we have so much more to explore together. Until next time, take care, and remember, your journey is as unique and beautiful as you are. See you in the next video.